Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Your key to the week this week is the Temperance card. So this week, it's really about give and take, all right? A lot of the situations that are going to present themselves to you this week, you may be tempted to do the whole Capricornian thing and just kind of steamroll over them or through them. Unfortunately, you don't have that luck this week, all right? Now, I'm sorry to say, like, you have luck. Absolutely. You've got agency. You can do whatever you want. The Temperance card is suggesting that you take the balanced approach, that you think about how you can mitigate what you want and what is being asked of you by any external person, situation, place, whatever it might be. This is about really observing. So this week, pay attention to your surroundings. Read the room. Like, one of the things with Capricorn energy is you guys will read the room and then decide what you want to do after that. This week you have to read the room and actually take on board other people's thought processes and opinions. And that really would be the wisest use of your time, effort and energy this week. I will also say this week, and it's rare that it happens, but you guys are still human like the rest of us. Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I'm sorry to say, but you are the drama this week. All right. Like, when you're looking around, like, why is everyone being so dramatic? Or why is it, why it gotta be this? All right. Unfortunately, you are the drama in this situation, my dear Capricorns, right? And if you've been with me long enough, you know I have so much love for Capricorn energy and people. They really are just some of the most marvelous people. I'm biased for many reasons, but all jokes aside, this week, it really is you, all right? There comes a point in our lives where we have to kind of look around and say, okay, you know what? It can't always be everybody else. This week, it is you, all right? For your, for those of you that have purchased your year ahead Astro Tarot Scopes, thank you so much for all of your love and support. It really does mean the absolute world to me. If you've yet to buy it, you're missing out on numerology, tarot, astrology, an astrological cheat sheet for the big transits of 2023, all about how they're going to, literally how they're going to impact your sign. On top of that, there's an eclipse overview video that you will not get on any of my other platforms. I'm not sharing it anywhere. And there are some juicy little tidbits of information in there. I mean, for that part of it alone, to be fair, I would say it's definitely worth the price of $4.99, or you can get the bundle for $24.99, or if you just want to get your sun, moon and ascendant, you can get all three of those, and there's a little discount if you do. The instructions of how to do that on the platform that I'm using are in the description box below, as is the link for purchase. Thank you so much for allowing me to sell to you every so often. Ultimately this is how I work, right? So for your actions and options for the week ahead, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And your jumping card for your actions is the Chariot card. So look at this, right? Sometimes the way through literally is to really take the balanced approach. The Chariot card as your actions and options basically says you will get what you want, but it can't just be forceful and it can't just be about you. You are having to really look outside of this. And also, by acknowledging that this week you are the drama, don't worry, I've had many of these moments myself. Sometimes they're really uncomfortable, or when you watch like a film or a program and you see someone acting up and you're like, ooh, that was cringy, and it's cringy because you know that that's you, right? This could be one of those weeks. Remember, with the Chariot card, sometimes the thing that we conquer or gain victory over is ourselves. And this week, it's like you're having a big realization of where you are the problem, where you are, and not like in everything ever. It's not world hunger is the Capricorn's fault. It's not that. It's just you are seeing where you are the problem and how it is that you're creating that. And the thing is, as a Capricorn, once you see that, you stamp it out easy. That's great. Not many people can do that. Some people see it and it's like they watch themselves go into it and they still can't pull themselves out. For your communications and conversations, you've got the Judgment card. This is a very powerful spiritual perspective shift. For a lot of you, this could be a deep understanding of how it is that your spiritual and or maybe even your lineage are starting to weave into your current existence. So for some of you, this could be conversations that you have with elders of your family, with people that have been, in every family, like there's the spiritual one, there's the kooky one, the one that's a little bit fringe. That's me, right? This week you could be having conversations around this stuff, and it may actually really help you gain some perspective on where you're at this moment in time. It does look like a lot of you will be reconciling something from your past this week. So you could be having a conversation, and it's like the insight that comes from it. Maybe you're like, wow, you know what? I hadn't even considered this. And this might be a part of what makes you see yourself in a different light, where you can own your stuff, and we've all got stuff, where you kind of say like, okay, you know what? Yes, now I see that, and now I understand it from this perspective. I can do something about it. When it comes to those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, I actually really like this for you. Because for a lot of you, this is about you deciding to get qualified in something, right? So it's not just a case of, yeah, I'm going to get my degree. It's like you're looking at this and saying, no, where do I take this degree? What does it actually look like from here on? For some of you, this will be a long-held dream or goal. For others, this is about you really getting stuck into it, into the nitty-gritty. For those of you that are business owners, and for those of you that are employed by somebody else, you're all doing the same thing. There's something this week where you decide, no, I need more knowledge, I need more qualifications, or I want a qualification that is going to support me to getting what it is that I really desire. So there's a lot of you are going, and maybe not necessarily in the official capacity, but a lot of you are going back to school this week in terms of the internal and in terms of the external. For those of you that are business owners, this could be an old client that comes back. And I'm going to say, because it's the Temperance card, you might be tempted to kind of say, no, give them a shot to see how much they've changed. And if they haven't, or even if they have, ask yourself where you have or haven't changed and what you can do about bridging that gap if you want to. For those of you that are retired and no longer working, you are the drama, but you can also be the healing balm. All right. So this is a week to just be really honest with yourself about who you are, how you're showing up, and when you are or not sort of doing it in the best way that you can. For your love and relations, you've got the Tower card. If you're having problems, issues, or bust-ups in the relationship, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, 7, the Tower, the 7, the Chariot, is what we do too much of, and then we meet the Tower. The Tower card is number 16, 1 and 6. These are tarotic opposites in the major arcana, and so when you see the Chariot card, the message can sometimes be, slow down, take a minute, because otherwise you're heading towards a bust up, or pride comes before a fall and all that. Now you've got this here with the Judgment card. I am going to be really honest with you and say, if you're arguing with a partner this week, there may be something that is said that you can't retract. And so I would be very mindful of this week, right? You guys are known for your trademark stoicism when you're figuring something or someone out. This week, I would, when it comes to your relationship partner, I would use that, all right, before you just kind of launch into a tirade. For those of you that are single, that, when I say blast from the past, you are going to be surprised. For sure. Money, materials, you've got the 9 of Cups. Your finances look great. And I said to you a while back that your finances were going upswing, and they would continue to do so. Whatever changes have occurred in your resources, they really are here to stay. I like this for long-term results around money, and also remedial actions that are being taken or made this week. So for some of you, maybe you're getting rid of a credit card, maybe you are making the final payment on your car, maybe you're shopping around to get a better deal for your insurance or whatever. There's something here where you're maybe not making more money, but there's something here where you're resources are improving because you're taking care of something on the everyday level. For though, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, this is going to be your feet, toes and ankles, but can also be the endocrine system. So for some of you, if you've had problems within the endocrine system, this could be a week where you're seeing a doctor or a specialist. I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice. All I can tell you is the energies that I see. When it comes to your home and environment, the 9 of Cups is lovely, right? So whatever the blowout is potentially going to be, or the surprise, it will give way to something lighter and brighter. All right, with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.